Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Lewis Carlin, right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching for the first time, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Shooting Up North, Instagram at Alliance PW Network, and feel free to join our Facebook group, the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Let's get into it. This is Shooting Up North. I am Lewis Carlin. Hit that subscribe button. So Pro Wrestling Noah announced some of the matches for its next major event, which is Green Journey 2023, April 16th in Sendai. It's going to be they've listed a number of matches. They revealed a number of matches already, and a couple of big ones. Very excited so far. They've announced five. 5 matches. They're giving each match a name. I've been watching Noah for about 5 months now. I don't recall them doing this. They might have done it in the past, but each match is getting a name. But they've announced 5 matches already, and boy oh boy, this is the next Pro Wrestling Noah major event is really shaping up to be a really good one. So the main event. Is going to be Jake Lee, the new GHC heavyweight champion, defeated Kaito Kiyomiya at the Great Voyage 2023 last night or yesterday, I should say, and he won the belt. And he's got his first challenger. And I think we know who it is because Katsuhiko Nakajima showed up at Great Voyage 2023 and challenged him right after Jake Lee won the match. So Jake Lee defending his belt, his first title defense against Katsuhiko Nakajima, and that's going to be one hell of an incredible match. I cannot wait for that one. I love Nakajima. Big fan of Jake Lee. I was a big fan of his in All Japan Pro Wrestling. Very cool to see him win the GHC Heavyweight Championship. And this is going to be one hell of a main event, man. One hell of a main event. Jake Lee's not going to lose the title, I don't think. I think he's going to have the belt for a couple months, but I could be wrong. You never know what's going to happen in Pro Wrestling Noah. But this is going to be a great one. And they're calling this match the Lunatic Gate. So it's the GHC Heavyweight Championship, the Lunatic Gate, Jake Lee versus Katsuhiko Nakajima. So I know Jake Lee has his faction, GLG, good-looking guys. They've added Tadasuke, former Congo member Tadasuke, and Yohei at Great Voyage 2023. Nakajima is in the Congo faction. Tadasuke formerly of Congo, so it's going to be interesting to see if there's some allegiance from Tadasuke to Nakajima or if he's full GLG. So we'll see what happens. I'm thinking he's full GLG, but I'm just saying GLG, good-looking guys want to get involved in this match. I'm sure Nakajima and his Congo buddies will be Nakajima's Congo buddies will be there as well to get his backs. But this is going to be a hell of a match. A hell of a match, man. I can't wait. April 16th can't come soon enough. This is going to be a great one. Also, the GHC National Tag Team Championship is on the line as well. This one is called Sky's the Limit. The national champion, El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. will be defending the title against Jack Morris. Now, Jack Morris got a victory. It was I believe it was a tag team match. I don't have the results in front of me. It was a tag team. Jack Morris and Anthony Green. I think against Naomichi Marufuchi and El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. at Great Voyage 2023. Jack Morris pinned Dr. Wagner Jr. To get the victory for his team. Thus, he earned a shot at Wagner Jr. So Jack Morris going after the national championship. I think he's going to win this one. I think Jack Morris is going to win the belt, and GLG is going to have 2 titles in its faction. I think that they're trying to build. I think they're going to try to build up GLG as a top faction in Pro Wrestling Noah. I mean, they got Jake Lee and they got the GHC Heavyweight Championship right now. But this should be a terrific one as well. Again, they're calling this one Sky's the Limit. Should be a great one. Also, the GHC Tag Team Championship is on the line as well. They're calling this one Volcanic Explosion. This is Volcanic Explosion as the champions making their second defense. Masakita Miya and Daiki Inaba taking on Takashi Sugiura and Shuhei Taniguchi in this one. Sugiura and Satoshi Kojima were the GHC Tag Team Champions, but they lost the titles to Kitamiya and Inaba. I think that a month or two ago, Kitamiya and Inaba, the champion, making their second defense. They surprisingly defeated Kenoh and Manabu Soya at Great Voyage 2023. I thought for sure Kenoh and Manabu Soya were going to win the belts and then take it to All Japan Pro Wrestling, and we're going to have a title unification match because Kenoh and Manabu Soya now have an All Japan Pro Wrestling Tag Team title match at Dream Power Series, All Japan Pro Wrestling Dream Power Series, which is the 21st, which is tomorrow, against Yuma Iyagi and Naoya Nomura. There, I got it. Naoya Nomura, the All Japan Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champion. So that should be a great match as well. I thought they were going to win the belts because, said if they win the belts, it's going to be a title unification match. And I thought that's where they were headed. But apparently there was a change in plan. Oh, I don't know if there was a change in plans, but Kitamiya and Inaba retained the titles. And now they'll be going on to take on Takashi Sugiura and Shuhei Taniguchi. And we have a 6-man match as well. They're calling this one the Lollapalooza Fiesta. Jalistico, Dragonbane, and Alejandro against Extreme Tiger, Alpha Wolf, and Lancelot. Lancelot, they're building Lancelot up. He scored a victory over Amakusa at, well, it wasn't a victory. It was a 6-man tag match, I believe. Was it Amakusa? Yeah, it was Amakusa. He got the pinfall victory on. And they're building him up. They're building in Lancelot, and he's very impressive. He's got great potential, Lancelot. But this should be a great match as well. Lollapalooza Fiesta, Drasilico, Dragonbane, and Alejandro versus Extreme Tiger, Alpha Wolf, and Lancelot. And then we have the first ever female Joshi women's single match in Pro Wrestling Noah history. Now, there was a tag team match at Keiji Muto, the Great Muto's final match. It wasn't the Keiji Muto show. It was the yeah, I have it here. It was at the Great Muda's final bye-bye event on January 22nd. Jungle Kiona and Sayori Ano took on Maya Yukihi, I hope I got that right, and Sumaya Natsu. That was the first ever female match in Pro Wrestling Noah history. Ends on April 16th at Great Journey 2023 in Sendai. There's going to be the first ever singles women's match in Pro Wrestling Noah history, and it's going to be Maya Yukihi against Sumaya Natsu. I'm learning the names, man. I'm learning the names, but it's very cool that this is going to be the first ever Noah's women's single match ever, and something the fans could look forward to. So those are the matches that have been announced so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm expecting Amakusa to defend the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship against Lancelot. I'm expecting that one. That should be a terrific one. I do believe Lancelot is next in line. And yeah, it's going to be I just want to check one thing. Let me pull up the results here, make sure I got everything. Let me pull up. I want to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's Lancelot and Amakusa. Yeah, Lancelot pinned Amakusa following a sit-out power knee drop. So Lancelot, I fully expect him to get a shot at Amakusa and the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship. It should be a great one. I'm surprised they haven't announced it yet. I'm sure they'll announce it over the next couple of days. But Great Voyage 2023, that main event, my goodness. Oof. Jake Lee against Kazuhiko Nakajima is going to be out of this world fantastic. Out of this world fantastic. And speaking of which, Pro Wrestling Noah is actually on tomorrow, April 21st. I'm sorry, March 21st is tomorrow. I'm thinking of Great Voyage 2023. March 21st, which is tomorrow. Dream Power Series, All Japan Pro Wrestling Dream Power Series. Kento Miyahara gets his wish. Masa Kitamiya will be involved in a 6-man tag team match, which we'll see All Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah. On the All Japan Pro Wrestling side, Kento Miyahara, Yuma Anzai, and Ryo Inoue. Hope I got those right. And on the Pro Wrestling Noah side, Masakita Miya, Yoshiki Inamura, and Kinya Okada. So Pro Wrestling Noah versus All Japan Pro Wrestling tomorrow at All Japan Pro Wrestling Dream Power Series. That should be a great one. That's not the only Pro Wrestling Noah All Japan Pro Wrestling match that's taking place. I mentioned it earlier. Tomorrow on the 21st, Kenoh and Manabu Soya. They have All Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag Team title opportunity as they will face the champions Yuma Ayagi and Naoya Nomura. Gotta say it slowly. Naoya Nomura. It's going to be for the All Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Championship. It should be a great one. And Kenoh has a little issue with Suwama. He actually had a seat available yesterday at Great Voyage 2023. A seat in the front row available for Suwama. He reserved it. But Suwama, All Japan Pro Wrestling wrestling superstar, and All Japan Pro Wrestling director Suwama didn't show up. So I think we're headed towards a match between Kenoh and Suwama. That would be an outstanding matchup. I'm sure that match is going to get announced very soon. I hope we get a full card of All Japan Pro Wrestling versus Pro Wrestling Noah, because the feud right now is extremely hot. It's on fire. Kento Miyahara showing up at Great Voyage 2023 last night and confronting Masaki Kitamiya was outstanding. I absolutely loved it. Kento Miyahara, one of the best wrestlers in the world today in All Japan Pro Wrestling, bar none, without a doubt. He's an amazing talent, an incredible talent, and it was great to see him in a Pro Wrestling Noah ring yesterday, challenging Masaki Kitamiya to show up to an All Japan Pro Wrestling event. This feud is absolutely on fire right now. I can't wait to, there are 3 shows tomorrow, by the way. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to pick one. I'm going to be working, so I probably won't be able to watch any of them because I got to go to work early. But you have DDT Pro tomorrow. They have their huge match. It's like their huge 5-hour card in at Corkin Hall. Who has 5 hours to watch a show? But this is, I think it's a once a year only thing. It's the 26th anniversary, I believe, of DDT Pro Wrestling. So you got a 5-hour show. You have Yuji Hino defending the KOD Openweight Championship against Yukio Naya at that one. Then you have, of course, New Japan Pro Wrestling tomorrow, Sonata versus Dave Finlay, New Japan Cup Finals tomorrow, and then you have the All Japan Pro Wrestling show as well, All Japan Pro Wrestling Series, where you have 2 huge Noah versus Noah versus All Japan Pro Wrestling matches. And then, of course, you have Yuji Nagata defending the All Japan Pro Wrestling Triple Crown Championship against Suji Ishikawa, which should be an outstanding match as well. If I had to pick one, I probably would want to watch All Japan Pro Wrestling if I was able to pick one. But I won't be home at all. I won't be able to watch any of them tomorrow, unfortunately, but I'll have to watch them on replay. But that's a huge day of pro wrestling in Japan tomorrow, and that All Japan Pro Wrestling show is going to be outstanding. As is the New Japan Pro Wrestling. I got it's hard to pick a winner in the New Japan Pro Wrestling New Japan Cup 2023. You got Sonata, who's the new look now with just 5 guys. Dave Finlay, the new leader of Bullet Club. It's going to be a tough to pick a winner there. But if I had to pick one, I'm going to go with Sonata. I think Sonata's going to win it. I think Sonata's going to defeat Okada eventually and become the new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. But we'll see if that actually comes true, if that prediction comes true. But nonetheless, lots of great stuff going on right now with Pro Wrestling Noah, All Japan Pro Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling, DDT Pro. Great time to be a professional wrestling fan, especially a Japanese professional wrestling fan, or a professional wrestling fan of Japanese wrestling. There you go. There you go. Lots of great stuff going on. And again, I absolutely love the All Japan Pro Wrestling Noah feud that's going on right now. And it's interesting that Jake Lee is kind of staying out of it. Jake Lee, formerly with All Japan Pro Wrestling, Uh, left All Japan Pro Wrestling at the end of the year. Now with Pro Wrestling Noah, of course, the GHC heavyweight champion. As I said, it's interesting that he's staying out of it for now, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm surprised Kento Miyahara didn't actually go after Jake Lee. Maybe he's upset. They could do the storyline that he's upset that Jake Lee left All Japan Pro Wrestling. But nonetheless, the whole Masa Kitamiya Kento Miyahara storyline is absolutely is very good as well. And we're just getting started. I think we're just getting started with this feud between both promotions, and I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that for now. Anything else breaks, of course, I'll be back. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye, and stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye bye.